Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Donald Trump, your president, was recently asked about the war in Iran during a Time magazine cover story. He was asked specifically, should Americans be concerned about Iran retaliating on U.S. soil? His response? I guess. That was his response, fam. I guess. You didn't think this through, mother. All of these lives on the line, and you didn't think it through. You don't know if Americans should be worried about being attacked because you were trying to escape accountability. Didn't want to be named, didn't want to be brought in and questioned about the Epstein Files. This dude, family, good Lord. Here's a story, fam. Let's get into this story in the Independent. Americans wouldn't be wrong to fear retaliatory attacks on the U.S. as part of the war with Iran, according to President Donald Trump. I guess, Trump told Time when asked if those in the United States should be worried about domestic attacks. But I think they're worried about that all the time, Trump added. We think about it all the time. We plan for it. But yeah, we expect some things. Like I said, some people will die. When you go to war, some people will die. Some people will die. I got a question. How would Trump know if some people will die if you go to war? Because he ain't never been to war. He was scared to death. He didn't dodge the draft one time, not twice, not 3 times. He dodged the draft 5 times. Family, I think that we can all agree that Donald Trump has probably gained more from the United States of America in the past 9 years than anybody. I'm talking about anybody. In the last year, he's made himself over $3 billion hustling the American economy, hustling government contracts. And that's just for him. His son-in-law and his son, they've made a few $100 million. His wife, they made $100 million. His son is a college student. He didn't pocketed $150 million. He ain't never had a job. So he starts a war and he has no exit strategy. It reminds me of something that the president of South Africa said about Trump. The president of South Africa, he revealed how shocked he was with Trump's racist views when he met him last year. He said, I just thought that he is uninformed, truly uninformed. This is Cyril Ramaphosa. He told the New York Times on Thursday. He said, I realized that he's looking at South Africa through a completely sort of foggy lens without realizing the real harm that apartheid did. He added, in my view, he was just dismissive. Ramaphosa was a close confidant of President Nelson Mandela, who fought for almost a half a century to liberate Black South Africans from apartheid. Trump has repeatedly pushed the far-right conspiracy theories about an ongoing white genocide in South Africa under Ramaphosa's leadership, Ramaphosa's leadership. Now, Trump tried to paint the narrative that white people were in danger, white South Africans were in danger in South Africa. The truth of the matter is, Black South Africans are in more danger in South Africa than anybody. By far, more Black people are murdered in South Africa than white people. So that ain't nothing but a myth. It's nothing but an excuse to try to go into South Africa and try to control something. Try to remove the president and get somebody else in there that he wants in there. By the way, he's talking about removing, not removing, he's already removed or killed Iran's president, but our leader. But he is talking about he wants to pick their next leader. Can you imagine somebody not only bombing on the United States, not only assassinating a U.S. president? Can you imagine that country, that leader of that country saying, we want to pick the next president of the United States? Damn what y'all think. All them elections and stuff y'all doing, man, you can kill all of that. We want to pick the next leader for the United States. And we want to do this to make sure that there's world peace, because the United States has broken its moral compass, and we don't trust the United States picking their own leader. We need to pick the leader, somebody that we can work with, somebody that we trust, who's not going to go out there and misbehave. Imagine. I want you to imagine that just for a moment, fam. You ain't got to spend a lot of time on it. Just for a moment, I want you to imagine that. That's absolutely insane. Dude said, like I said, some people will die. So you didn't secure the borders? What happened? What happened to securing the borders? Oh, that's just for the Mexicans. Okay. Got you. That's just for the Mexicans. That's just for the Haitians. I got you. Got you. You have not secured the borders to make sure that terrorists you won't have terrorist cells or even missiles dropping in the United States, killing Americans. You didn't think that all the way through. Perhaps you did, knowing that, hey man, people gonna die, and hey, tough titty if it happens. Can you imagine, fam? If I was the president and I told y'all, I guess people will die, how much confidence would you have in me? You know, let's just say I was being interviewed, I don't know, by allhiphop.com. And they asked me, as the president, the leader of the free world, do I believe that this country that I started a war with will retaliate on U.S. soil and put Americans at risk? Do I believe, what do I think about Americans being worried? Should they be worried about that? And I say, I guess. Oh, fam. But you know what? Some people voted for this, and there are a lot of people right now in comment sections on certain blogs and certain platforms, and they're just, good job, Mr. President. Good job, my president, greatest president ever. Da, da, da. I think a lot of it is bots, but a lot of it is wackos. A lot of wackos out there, men and women, wackos. But I think a lot of them are also bots, because ain't no way, fam. Ain't no way that you can follow what this dude is doing. You can see what he's doing. I'm not even just talking about the war. I'm talking about everything. There's no way possible you can see all of that and think that this dude is sane or this dude is capable of leading anything. I wouldn't trust Buddy to lead a Boy Scout. I wouldn't trust him to lead a Boy Scout group into the park, let alone lead an entire country of 300 plus million people. Good Lord. Let us pray. No more talk.